All right, testing. You can hear that?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can't hear myself, though.
Ah, I see. Okay, well, here, try this. This is just a test of your Goldpanner broadcast system. We'll be right back once we fix audio. Weird.
So I'm channel 1, and that's my mute button above it, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Growden Memorial Park in Fairbanks, Alaska. Tonight's game, the series opener between the visiting Bay Area Force of Newark, California, and your Alaska Goldpanners will begin shortly. The lineup card exchange at home plate just took place. We're getting ready for the national anthem, and we'll be back with you with some beautiful Goldpanner baseball on a beautiful Fairbanks afternoon here in just a minute. Stay tuned.
Fairbanks, Alaska. Tonight's game between the Bay Area Force and your Alaska Goldpanners. Tonight's game is brought to you by Northern Star Pogo Mine. At this time, let's meet the starting lineup for the Bay Area Force. Batting first, number 5, second baseman Marcus Cornelio. Batting second, number 21, center fielder Stone Savage. Batting third, number 37, right fielder Tristan Wells. Batting fourth, number 36, first baseman Evan Erlovich. Batting fifth, number 16, catcher Ryan Aquino. Batting sixth, number 20, designated hitter Justin Seckler. Batting seventh, number 25, left fielder Lucas Gabini. Batting eighth, number 8, third baseman Eric Rodriguez. Batting ninth, number 9, shortstop Eric Proctor. Starting on the mound, number 29, Daniel Morrison. The coaches for the Bay Area Force, Tony Luca and Josh Ham. Batting first, number 41, second baseman Lucas Bonham. Batting second, number 8, third baseman Doyle Frisky. Batting third, number 18, 18, first baseman Jake Sparks. Batting fourth, number 28, left fielder Caleb Brewster. Batting fifth, number 24, designated hitter Noah Brooks. Batting sixth, number 45, catcher James Delamico. Batting seventh, number 9, right fielder Ryan Rock. Batting eighth, number 29, center fielder Troy Morrow. Batting ninth, number 33, shortstop J.R. Bumper. Starting up the mound for Panners, number 16, Carter Tucker. The coaches, Brett Lassner, Marvin Flores, Brandon Chungming, and your Alaska Goldpanners are led by Carlos Gonzalez. At this time, we ask you to please rise. The Vancouver has an honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Do this.
Yes, we can direct your attention to the pitcher's mound for tonight's ceremonial first pitch. Throwing out the first pitch tonight, please welcome James Stradley.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Growden Memorial Park in Fairbanks, Alaska on a beautiful Thursday evening for baseball. Floating blue clouds all around, mostly blue sky, floating white clouds, excuse me, mostly blue sky. Henry Cole here joining you on the broadcast tonight, both on PannerVision and on ESPN Radio Fairbanks 107.9. You're filling in for Giro Von Deen, who is away with prior obligations. Going to bring you tonight's game between the Bay Area Force of Newark, California, and your very own Alaska Goldpanners from right here in Fairbanks. To my right is Chris Carlson, engineering and producing here in the press box, and Ryan will be producing back in the ESPN Radio studio. The lineup cards have been exchanged. So first for the Force, leading off would be number 5. Number 5, the second baseman, Marcus Cornelio, batting second. Number 21, unfortunately their roster is not easily organized. Number 21, center fielder, Stone Savage, which is a terrific name for a baseball player, batting third. 37, where is he on here? I should have done this beforehand. Bear with me, folks. Batting third, the right fielder, Tristan Wells. Batting fourth is first baseman Evan Urglovich. Batting fifth is the catcher, number 16, Ryan Okino. Batting sixth is the designated hitter, number 20, Justin Seckler. Batting seventh is the left fielder, number 25, Lucas Gabani. Batting eighth, third baseman, number 8, Eric Rodriguez. And batting ninth, shortstop, number 9, Eric Proctor pitching for the Force. That will be 29. Daniel Morrison. And now for your Goldpanners. I can do this slightly better, I hope. Leading off, second baseman, number 41, Lucas Bonham. Batting second, third baseman, number 8, Dario Freschi. Batting third, the first baseman, number 18, Jake Sparks. And I'll have to get you the rest of the Panner lineup when we have a break. But here we go. Stepping in now is Cornelio for the Force. He'll be batting from the right side. Force are wearing orange jerseys with an interesting white patch on their shoulder blades, or between their shoulder blades. First pitch from Tucker is delivered just a bit low for ball 1, and that's how tonight's game gets underway. Cornelio, of course, takes a step out between pitches, as many big league ball players do. The second is high and inside, ball 2. Tucker is one of the leading pitchers on this Goldpanner team. He's got a 189 ERA and 33 1/3 innings of work. The 2-0 is inside, ball 3. He's walked just 13 to 37 strikeouts, which is the team lead. He's been one of the regular starters, or one of the most consistent starters. That pitch is right down the middle for ball 4. Cornelio thought he would just stroll down to first, but the umpire wouldn't let him get away with that one. Tucker has his sign in the 3-1. Outside and low, ball 4, and that's how the game begins, with a leadoff walk. Never your favorite thing to do, but sometimes that's what happens. They'll bring up Stone Savage, center fielder for the Force, who, as I said, has a terrific name for a baseball player. You could be excused for expecting him to have been, a 1925 player on the Akron Nail Biters or some team like that. Tucker's first pitch to Savage is swung and popped up to left. It'll be out of play, and that'll be the third baseman, Freschi, who makes the play just on the foul line. 1 out. They'll bring up Tristan Wells, number 37, for the Force. Force right fielder this afternoon. I have to say, I really do like the bright orange jerseys these guys are wearing. First pitch is just on the outside corner, just off the outside corner for ball 1. The pitch back to Tucker goes just through his glove, and the battery will take a moment to make sure they're on the same page. Calm things down a little bit. The Panners, Delamico behind the plate, Sparks at first. Bonham at second. Bedford at short. Swung on and missed. Strike 1, I apologize. Freschi at third. In left field, DeRocher. Center field is Troy Morrow. And a right field, Ryan Ruck. Tucker's 1-1. Runner breaks for second. The pitch is popped back to the mound. He'll be there easily, but the batter is out on a 3-1.
Coming to the plate, number 36, third baseman Evan Erglovich.
That'll bring up Evan Erglovich for the Force. Stands in from the left side. With Cornelio dancing around at second base, daring him to go. First pitch is low for ball 1. Evidently on the broadcast, the orange jerseys somewhat blend into the turf dirt. So something to keep in mind out. That pitch is fouled off behind the press box.
So that's what you call me, that or Zeus or Duder or, El Duderino, if you're not into the whole Gregory thing.
Tucker's 1-1 to Erglovich, with Cornelio still dancing around at second. He almost breaks for it, and that one's lined up the middle, and it'll be easily caught by Morrow to retire the side. So F8 does the put out there. So for the Force, no runs on no hits. So there's one man left, no errors, and we go to the bottom of the first. Welcome back to Growden Park here in Fairbanks as we take things or get ready to get started for the bottom of the first. You'll have to forgive me, folks. This is my first time doing a broadcast in quite some time. But here we are on PannerVision and on ESPN Radio Fairbanks 107.9. The Panners will be led off by Lucas Bonham, second baseman. Batting second will be the third baseman, Dario Freschi. Jake Sparks at first base, bat third. Left fielder Caleb DeRocher, bat fourth. Designated hitter Noah Brooks, batting fifth. Catcher James Delamico, batting sixth. Right fielder Ryan Ruck, batting seventh. In the number 8 spot, Troy Morrow, and batting ninth, J.R. Bedford. But before we get to that, we've got Lucas Bonham stepping in against Force pitcher Daniel Morrison, and the first pitch is well high for ball one. The 1-0 is fouled and chopped down at the plate. The Force roster doesn't have heights and weights for their players, but the 1-1 is also fouled out of play to the left side. But I would be willing to guess that Daniel Morrison is 6'2" and $150. He is a tall, thin gentleman. The 1-2 pitch is chopped over on the left side, scooped by and Rodriguez bobbles the switch over from his glove, and that'll allow Bonham to reach on an E5. I'll bring up Dario Freschi. Hopefully he can take advantage of the miscue there. Morrison's got to be not too thrilled with this, letting your infielders get your guy on base for you. Freschi's pops that one over to left side. It's caught just along the foul line in mid-center left field, and that'll force Bonham back to the bag. I'll bring up Jake Sparks, the first baseman tonight, who walks out to Fat Bottom Girls. Sparks stands in here against Morrison with Bonham still over at first, one out. First pitch is outside, ball one. The 1-0 from Morrison is just on the inside corner, strike one, a 1-1 now. Sparks comes to us from Siena College, originally from Hoosick Falls, New York. Couldn't tell you anything about Hoosick Falls. Morrison throws over to first, keep Bonham honest. 1-1 from Morrison. Keeps checking the runner, throws over again. That one a little bit wider, but not a chance of getting him. Morrison, ooh. Sparks fouls that one off the plate and off his hip. Morrison is southpaw in every sense of the word. When he stands set, his glove is on the south side of the field. The 1-2 pitch. Well outside, ball 2. The term southpaw comes from New York Knickerbockers ball club in New York, and their field was oriented pretty much the same way ours is. So a left-handy standing in with his glove on his left hand. Sorry, a right-handy. I'm completely backwards. That one has popped up over to left. It'll be, oh, almost caught it right at the edge of the wall there. Why was I saying he's a southpaw? That's completely wrong. Morrison is the opposite of a southpaw in the traditional sense, is what I meant to say. The Knickerbocker Ball Club, when a lefty would stand in, their glove on their right hand would be on the south side of the field. So their field was oriented basically the opposite to ours. But we have a better view. The 2-2 pitch. Bonham goes, the swung on and missed, and the throw down to second is not nearly in time. So Sparks is retired. That'll bring up Caleb DeRocher, the left fielder tonight, wearing number 28. DeRocher, a incoming freshman at UC Irvine, has been one of the team's leading hitters this season, hitting .367 with 4 home runs, tied for the team lead. That first pitch is outside for ball 1. His 19 RBIs are second, most to Dario Freschi. And he's slugging .646, which combined with his on-base percentage is a pretty substantial 1,000 plus. That one is blasted to left. It's got the distance, I think. No, just off the very top of the wall. Bonham in to score, and frustratingly, DeRocher is going to be held to a really long single. Gabani got that one back in an absolute hurry. Played the carom perfectly. But the damage is done, and the Panners strike first, 1-0. That'll bring up designated hitter Noah Brooks. This is the one guy on the team with a higher batting average than DeRocher, coming in at .372. Boy, that missed being a home run by 6 inches, I think. That one first pitch is fouled over into the beer garden, or just in front of the beer garden. Hit just above the H on the sourdough transfer sign in left field, I think. .01. I swung on and missed. 0-2. That was a mighty cut by Brooks there. It's not often that you have a ball carom off the very top of the wall in left field and get held to a single. That pitch is way low and outside, and the throw down to second as DeRocher is not in time, as DeRocher steals the bag easily. So 1-2 now on Brooks with a runner at second. Morrison's pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and that'll end the frame. But the Panners strike first. There's 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1 force error and 1 man left on base. We go to the top of the second here in Fairbanks. Goldpanners 1, force nothing. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to the top of the second here in Fairbanks with Ryan Okino, force catcher, stepping in against Tucker, who handled the force fairly handily. He handled them handily in the top half of the frame, minus the leadoff walk. The first pitch is a high strike, swung on and missed. We were just discussing during the break that some good bits for our PA would be some dark side of the force puns from Star Wars. Tucker steps off, not satisfied with the sign. The dark side of the force. The 0-1 is outside, but swung on and missed, strike 2. Had him fooled with a slider, maybe? Tucker's 0-2. Oh, just off the inside corner, ball 1. That one was close. Okino is a sophomore at Consumnes River Junior College. Never heard of that school. The 1-2 is chopped up the middle, picked up by Bedford, and the throw over is in. It's off the bag, but he's plenty of time to get him. It'll go as a 6-3. A little bit wide on the throw, but luckily Sparks is a nimble fellow and was able to get the ball and apply the tag. That'll bring up Justin Seckler, the designated hitter tonight for Bay Area. The whole Bay Area. That pitch is fouled off the catcher's glove. That's right, San Diego, or San Jose, Santa Clara, Oakland, San Francisco, obviously Newark. The entire Bay Area. Tucker's 0-1. Right down the middle for strike 2. That one's off the outside corner for a ball. But it's funny how sometimes you think about how the San Francisco, metro area, the Bay Area, but none of the teams are really in San Francisco, I don't think. I guess the Warriors are. That pitch is high, I guess, for a ball. But the San Jose Sharks, the San Francisco 49ers play in Santa Clara. Of course, the Warriors are called Golden State. That pitch is popped almost straight up. Delamico has it measured, and that's an easy foul pop. That'll bring up Lucas Gabani, Force left fielder this evening. A freshman from Gavilan College. The Force are as far as I can tell, kind of a club team. They have individual squads at different levels. The first pitch to Gabani is low for ball one. They have their collegiate squad, which is this one. They've got some U18, I guess, high school level or high school age travel ball teams. The 1-0 is inside, ball two. And then some youth programs. And they compete in the Pacific Coast Collegiate Conference. Pacific Coast Collegiate League, maybe. Swung on and missed. Blew that one right by him. 2 balls and a strike. Two one is way inside, almost hit him. 3 balls and a strike now on Gabani. We would try and get some background research on some of these players. The 3-1 is fouled back, 3-2. But they don't provide a lot of details on their roster, and other than the ones that are at an actual college and aren't incoming freshmen, it was very difficult to find any real information. So for Gabani, for example, all I know is that he's an incoming freshman at, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Gavilan College. Full count pitch from Tucker. That one's high, ball 4, so Tucker issues his second walk of the game. The last one didn't go anywhere, so hopefully this one won't either. That'll bring up the third baseman, Eric Rodriguez. A little bit of a breeze picking up here. So that's probably what Giro has all these hockey pucks for, keeping his papers from moving around. Pitch to Rodriguez is swung on and missed, strike 1. Tucker's 0-1 as, well, okay. I botched the call there, but that was a stolen base by Gabani. I almost said Dolce as Gabani, as in Dolce and Gabbana. Gabani? I don't know how that's pronounced. I don't know things about that. The 1-1 now with a runner on second. Gabani bouncing around out there. That one's rolled over to short. Bedford has it, and the throw is right in time. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We go to the bottom of the second. Goldpanners 1, Force nothing. Welcome back to Growden Park. James Delamico, apologies, catcher for the Panners tonight, leading off the bottom of the second. Takes the first pitch from Morrison and fouls it well over to the right, out to right. PannerVision on YouTube, and also for 2 more days, tonight and Saturday, on ESPN Radio Fairbanks. Our board operator tonight is Ryan, so thank you, Ryan. That one's inside, ball 1. Delamico, another solid hitter. The 1-1 pitch to him. Ooh, hits him right just under the left arm. That's got a sting. Well, I'll get back to Delamico the next time he comes up, but for now, he's hitting .321. That'll bring up Ryan Ruck, the right fielder.
Coming to the plate, number 9, right fielder Ryan Ruck.
Ruck is a junior at Point Loma College. A pretty good right fielder. Morrison's first pitch to him, and he bunts it. That's not a good bunt. It's off the foul screen. About 60 feet away. Ideally, the bunt, goes down on the ground. And he'll reset and try again here now, 0-1, with Delamico at first. No bunt this time. He swings away and fouls that one off over to the left side.
That foul ball sponsored by Spalding Chiropractic.
That foul ball was sponsored by Spalding Chiropractic, according to Raleigh. Morrison's 0-2. Delamico breaks for second, and that one is lined to pretty deep left center field, but easily caught on the run by Stone Savage, so Delamico has to return to the bag.
Coming to the plate, number 29, center fielder Troy.
That'll bring up Troy Morrow, the center fielder for the Panners. Morrow is a freshman at Florida Atlantic University, but originally from Manteca, California. Stands in here against Morrison. So started in California, went to Florida to play baseball, and now has come to Fairbanks to play ball. It's quite the cross-country trip as the first pitch is is called strike 1. Morrison's 0-1. Delamico breaks again and has to stop again as this one's rolled over to short. But Morrow will be able to make it safely on the force fielder's choice.
Now batting, number 33, shortstop.
As Delamico is eliminated. That'll bring up fan favorite, shortstop J.R. Bedford. Bedford hitting .236 on the year, but with 7 extra base hits. And 11 stolen bases as he bunts this one over to the left side for a hit. But it's not quite in time as Morrison is able to get it and throw him out. Nice try, though. So for the Panners in the second, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We go to the the top of the third. We'll be back with you soon. Welcome back to PannerVision. Starting the top of the third, sorry. Fourth shortstop Proctor, Eric Proctor, leading off against Kyle Tucker. Not Kyle Tucker. Carter Tucker. First pitch is in there for a strike. The 0-1 to Proctor now is just through the left side for a base hit. Bedford dives but can't quite come up with it. That's the first hit of the ball game.
Back to the top lineup.
Or for the force, I should say. Back to the top of the lineup now for Marcus Cornelio, second baseman for the force. Shows bunt and somehow bunts it off his foot. And that goes foul. Tucker's 0-1 with Proctor dancing around off the bag at first. Doesn't quite break, but has a long lead, is high for ball one. Again, really not able to find any stats or much more roster information. This one is hit well to right, but it's going to be foul and just past the bullpen. But from what we're seeing here, just in these first couple innings, this team is steal happy. Would be my guess. It's good for them. It's an exciting way to play ball. The 1-2 is fouled over to right behind the beer garden. Advanced Family Dentistry sponsoring that one. Tucker's 1-2. Proctor not going anywhere. Is hit well to left center. Long run for Morrow, but he's able to get there in time. And Proctor stays put at first. That'll bring up the center fielder, Stone Savage, who popped out to third his first time up. Stands in here against Tucker again with the man on first. This time Proctor does go. Pitch is low for ball one, and the throw is off the bag, so that's a steal. Second of the game by the force. Second steal on, I think, 3 attempts. No, third steal on 3 attempts in 3 innings. So, yeah, they are a run-happy team. Tucker's 1-0 is low, ball 2. The 2-0 now to Savage hits the inside corner for a strike. Two-1 now with Proctor on second. Catches the outside corner. That seemed generous, but we'll take it. So 2-2 now to Savage. We back to your regularly scheduled PannerVision tomorrow with Giro Von Deen returning. Tucker's 2-2. Is rolled over to picked by third baseman Fresky, and the throw is low, but in time to get Savage. 2 outs. That does move Proctor over to third. That'll bring up Tristan Wells, right fielder for the Force, number 37. Runner on third now. Half-hearted swing for strike one. Tucker takes a long look in here, now has the sign he wants. Proctor, oh, and that one's hit well to left, but it's luckily foul. That would have been big trouble if it was in fair territory. Proctor was halfway home before that ball left the bat. Wells is a freshman, incoming freshman at Barstow Community College. I think we can guess where that one is. And the 0-2 is off the outside corner for a ball. The Superstars will be joining us at the ballpark tomorrow. The 1-2 is well high for ball two. Again, Proctor is being very aggressive at third base. We know this is a jumpy team, a run-happy team, but his lead by the time the pitch is thrown is 30 feet, it seems like. The 2-2 hits him right in the back. Ouch. So Wells takes his position, or takes his way down to first. I'll bring up Evan Erglovich, and I apologize in advance if I'm mispronouncing any of these players' names. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center his first time up. Tucker calls time. He wants to give himself a minute. Erglovich is a junior at Post University. First pitch to him is high for a ball. Proctor still being jumpy over at third, with Wells staying more or less put at first. That pitch is rolled foul. 1-1. One now with Force at the corners. Is weakly hit over to first. Sparks has it, bobbles it briefly, steps on the bag to retire the side. So for the Force in the third, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on. We'll go to the bottom of the third, 1-0.
top lineup. Second baseman, Lucas Bonham.
Welcome back to the bottom of the third here in Fairbanks. Lucas Bonham stepping in for his second time at the plate against Daniel Morrison. First pitch is hit well to the left. That's high and deep. And did he catch that? No, he didn't. It's fair. And Bonham is able to make it around to second with an easy double. Gabani disappeared for a second almost behind those extra bleachers in left field. That was a quick at back. That'll bring up Dario Freschi, third baseman for the Panners. Flew out to left his last time up. I was told during the break that we are should be able to get some stats for the force shortly, so give you a little bit more information about how this team has been doing. First pitch to Freschi is chopped over to second. This will move Bonham to third, but Freschi is easily retired 4-3. I'll bring up Jake Sparks, first baseman tonight. Made the last out in the top half of the frame.
Jake Sparks.
Morrison's pitch, outside and low, ball one. Bonham over at third now. Sparks takes the chops that to second. Sorry, diving. And the ball comes out of the first baseman's glove. So Sparks will reach on the E3. And Bonham comes in to score. We'll mark that unearned for that. No, he would have scored, so that's an earned run. Bonham comes in to score easily. To the error on Erglovich. That'll bring up Caleb DeRocher, left fielder. Now with a runner on first base. DeRocher singled in the first, driving in the first run of the game. Takes that one low and inside for ball one. Driving in Bonham specifically. Can't do that again because Bonham's already coming to score, but he could potentially bring in Sparks, which would be nice. Get a little more insurance here. Curveball outside. There's a baby crying somewhere. Hope the little fella's okay. 3-0 to DeRocher is basically right down the middle. Kind of always have to take that pitch if you're batting 3-0. Again, DeRocher, one of the team's leading hitters. Sitting on an OPS of, if I'm doing my math right, 1,100. Hits that one foul to right. If you OPS 1,100 at the major leagues, you probably win the MVP. Obviously more varied talent levels at this level, but the 2-2 now. Outside and Sparks easily steals second as the throw goes into center field. So full count now, I guess, on DeRocher. Now with a runner on second base, which is what he had in the first inning when he drove in the game's first run. Morrison's full count pitch is inside off the plate for ball four. So DeRocher will reach on the walk. Gold at first and second now for Noah Brooks, tonight's designated hitter. Brooks struck out to end the first. Now he gets another crack at it with 2 on. DeRocher puts his oven mitt on. And that pitch is fouled over into the old clubhouse building. Oh and 1 from Morrison. It's way outside and low, ball 1. Sparks had been thinking about moving there. He would have easily had the base taken. But there'd be a little cautious, especially with only 1 out. The 1-1 pitch from Morrison is high for ball 2. Breeze is blowing from right to left right now. The winds here can change on a dime. The 2-1 is chopped foul over to the Panner dugout. Particularly on summer days like this, as the clouds move around, you get different updrafts and downdrafts and change the way the wind comes in off the hills or off the river in a heartbeat. Morrison's 2-2 is outside and low for ball 3. Both runners are going, but unfortunately DeRocher is easily picked off at second. But Sparks is able to move up for his second stolen base of the frame. Full count now on Brooks, the runner on third, in the form of Jake Sparks. The pitch almost hits him well inside for ball 4. And so Brooks will reach. Gold at the corners now for the Panners. Bringing up James Delamico, the catcher. But we're going to have a brief pause first as the Force, not sure if this is their manager or coach, but wants to come out and check on his pitcher. Very deliberate walk out to the mound. Usually you can tell if it's the manager because he will generally take his time, whereas the coaches tend to be a little more expeditious in getting out to the mound to have their quick visit, whereas the manager generally seems to want to show off his walking skills. Umpire heads out to interrupt the conference, and we begin our slow trek back to the dugout. The Panners once had a manager, it was Jim Dietz, he made this guy look like Usain Bolt when he was checking on his pitcher. So, Delamico's up against Morrison with runners on first and third, runners at the corners. First pitch to him is fouled on front of the plate for a strike. Jim Dietz was the same Panner manager who got ejected for very good reasons, I'm sure. I don't recall the reason, but when he left the ballpark, he decided he wanted to continue watching the game. The 0-1 pitch was outside and low for a ball. So he went across the street to the curling club, which, if you can see on the broadcast, the building slopes down. So in the back, the roof is quite low to the ground. Dietz was an enterprising fellow, so he went around the back of the curling club, climbed up on the roof, and brought his lawn chair with him. That one's low and gets away from the catcher. That'll bring in Sparks and let Brooks move up to second on the wild pitch. Runner at second now for Delamico. 2-1 count. Anyway, so Jim spent the second half of the game, or however much of it was left, sitting on the roof of the curling club in a lawn chair watching the game. And that was in the front page of the next morning's Newsminer. It was just one of the most stubborn things you could see in baseball, because you're supposed to leave the building when you get ejected. You're not just out of the game; you're supposed to just depart fully. And so he did, but he said, "You know what? I'm going to watch anyway." I think that was probably before PannerVision. That would have been in the mid-'90s. Oh, called third strike on the outside corner. Delamico is done, and so are the Panners. But 2 runs on no hits, an error, and 1 man left. We go to the top of the 4th. Goldpanners 3, Force nothing. Okay. Welcome back, folks. Goldpanner baseball, top of the 4th inning here. Panners 3 and the Bay Area Force 0. Ryan Okino catching for the Bay Area tonight. Again, the whole Bay. We've established that. First pitch from Tucker is a high curveball, but just catches the plate for strike 1. I don't actually know if the Giants are playing. I'm just going to assume they're not tonight. The 1-0 is fouled off the catcher. Strike 2. Doesn't matter if Oakland is playing because they're not really Oakland anymore, which is a shame. The 0-2 again drills him right in the back. Ouch. So Okino will take first on the hit batsman. And that'll bring up Justin Seckler, DHing for the Force this evening. In fact, no. The only game today was apparently the Mets at Phillies, I guess because the Phillies just hosted the All-Star game. That one is popped straight up, well, up and behind the press box. It hit the roof. The Phillies capped off their wonderful All-Star weekend. Oh, and Okino breaks way early and is easily thrown out by the pitcher. I think he thought he was getting a jump there, and Tucker just hadn't started his motion and was able to turn and easily lob the ball to second. So we start over with one out now. Swing on a miss. So 2 strikes on Seckler. Anyway, as I was saying, the Phillies capped off their delightful All-Star weekend with including a great home run derby. That was quite exciting. With losing to the Mets 4-1, which is not what you want. That pitch is outside for a ball. I mean, just nobody wants to lose to the Mets. You know, of all the teams that you could lose to, that one has popped up. Foul, that'll be out of play over on the right side. I apologize if you're a Mets fan. You've had it bad enough this year. Two and two now to Seckler. Oh, and that almost hit him. Tucker's alternating between sharp control and his game on the inside is playing with fire. Full count now. And swing on a miss, strike 3. I guess that's the upshot of breaking pitches and playing with the whole zone. That'll bring up Dolce and Gabbani, I guess, technically. Let's see. In the second inning, Gabbani walked and then stole second and was left stranded there. His first pitch to him now is fouled back off the netting. Tucker's 0-1 is just high, I guess. Ball 1. Again, live on PannerVision here with you on YouTube and on ESPN Radio Fairbanks. As Tucker's 1-1 delivery catches the inside corner, strike 2. The second to last of a package of games being simulcast both on our regular video broadcast here on PannerVision and on local terrestrial radio here in Fairbanks. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3. Kind of a half-hearted swing, but that'll do it for the Force in the top of the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Panners 3, Force nothing. Welcome back to Growden Park as we get ready for the bottom of the 4th inning here. Panner right fielder Ryan Rux stepping in to lead off. 0-for-1 in the game, flew out to center his first time out. Very solidly hit ball, as I recall, but Stavage, the Force center fielder, covers a lot of ground. First pitch to Ruck is just on the outside corner for a strike. The 0-1 is chopped foul at the plate. The most famous story about the curling club and regarding Goldpanner baseball are the various stories of players hitting balls either off the leading wall or on the roof, whether in games or BP. As I understand it, well, it's just the 0-2 pitch. That one's blasted well to right, but foul. It would have easily had the distance if it were fair. About 50 feet over the foul pole when it crossed the wall. The most famous story is Dave Winfield doing it, and whether that's true or somewhat apocryphal I'm not certain. The 0-2 to Ruck is outside for a ball. Dave Kingman hit the roof on the fly. I believe the story is that Winfield hit it on a bounce. So it landed on the road or on 2nd Avenue or in the parking lot or something and then bounced over it. That one's fouled over to right. But as with any good baseball story, the story just gets better every time someone tells it. Like with Babe Ruth's famous called shot, the 1-2 is swung on and missed, and Ruck is retired. Babe Ruth's famous call, and the catcher goes to throw it around the horn and throws it to the left fielder. I'll bring up center fielder Troy Morrow. Also 0 for 1. He did reach on a fielder's choice in the second and was left stranded on first. Stands in here with 1 out against Morrison, sorry. That's outside for a ball. But, Babe Ruth's called shot, Mickey Mantle's home run out of Griffith Stadium that went 600 feet. You know, these you got to take these stories with the appropriate amount of salt. That one's inside and gets away from the catcher ball too. But the best baseball stories are spread by word of mouth, and we're at games where there was no video. Somehow having video makes them verifiable. It's sort of like Bigfoot, they're less fun. That was way outside for ball 3. That one goes all the way to the backstop. (29 against 29 here. Morrison against Morrow. I feel like he couldn't have drawn that up on purpose. The 3-0 pitch is a strike, pretty right down the middle. 29 Morrow standing in against 29 Morrison. (3-1) is popped up foul over right. That should reach the seats. Yeah, easily.
That's a ball pumped by Borgales Metzbach.
3-2 now. Tomorrow. Morrison's going to take a second walk around the back of the mound. Steps on the plate, on the rubber now. Full count pitch is outside and high for ball 4. So Morrow draws the walk, bringing up J.R. Bedford, shortstop for the Panners. J.R. Bedford. Again, fan favorite, known for his flashy glove over at shortstop. Bedford's batting stance reminds me of Phillies shortstop Jimmy Rollins. The first pitch is inside and high, ball 1. He's got that open stance with the relaxed front leg. The bat just wiggling around there. The 1-0 is swung on and chopped foul over to the left side. Morrison's 1-1 pitch. He throws over to first, nearly getting Morrow, but not quite. He's able to dive back safely. Checks the runner again, but now the 1-1 is high fastball, and he swings it foul. Probably should have taken that one, but it's fouled over into left field corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Bedford. Morrow has a good lead at first. Morrison throws back at him. Morrison does not trust him over there. With the lead he's taking, it's hard to blame him. Activity, it looks like, starting in the Panners bullpen. Nothing doing in the Force bullpen, as that one's low for a ball 2. Two pitch. Morrow breaks for second, and the pitch is high, and he's got the base easily stolen. Full count now for Bedford, with a runner in with Morrow in scoring position. People in the crowd yelling, RBI. Sure, he's trying, folks. Don't worry. Morrow takes a good lead off second. The full count pitch to Bedford. Swung on and missed. Well, he tried there. That's a strikeout for 2 outs. That'll bring up Lucas Bonham, second baseman tonight. He's 1 for 2 in the game as he's reached twice, once on an E5 and once on that double. Stands in, and he scored both times as well. Stands in here now with a runner on second for the first time. His first frame not leading off. That'll be low for ball 1. Morrison's 1-0 pitch catches the inside corner for a high strike. The 1-1 now, with Morrow getting a good lead. No, they're going to throw back to second. They really don't like this runner. Morrow's easily safe on that, though. They did kind of telegraph the play a little bit. The 1-1 now low for a ball. 2-1. Morrison's 2-1 pitch is swung on and hit well to right, but unfortunately Wells is right there and does not have to move far to make that catch. For the Panners in the 4th, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We go to the top of the 5th, 3-0.
Rodriguez.
Welcome back to Growden for today's game between the Bay Area Force and the Alaska Goldpanners. We start at the top of the fifth now with Eric Rodriguez leading off for the Force as he takes a pitch just a bit inside from Tucker for ball one. That one's also high for ball two. Rodriguez, an infielder, comes to us from Gavilan College, just like Lucas Gabani. I'm assuming they know each other from their college team. 2-0. Catches the plate for a strike, 2-1. Rodriguez is 0 for 1 in the game tonight. He grounded out to Bedford at short in the second. The 2-1 is rolled foul to the third base coach, who can't quite make the play. 2-2. Oh, that looks like it caught the outside corner, but evidently not. So 3-2 for Tucker now on Rodriguez. Full count pitch. Oh, caught him looking, strike three. Rodriguez thought he was getting a free pass out of that. Not so, says the ump. That'll bring up Eric Proctor. Proctor has the one hit of the ball game for the Bay Area.
At the plate, shortstop, Eric Proctor.
Shortstop tonight. He's made some decent plays. Proctor is a senior at Encinal High School. Encinal, probably. I don't know. How do you pronounce that, Chris? That's a foul ball. Encinal High School? E-N-C-I-N-A-L?
I want to say Encino after the...
Encino? Encino? Huh?
Yeah, let's go with that.
We'll assume that's correct. If anyone watching online wants to jump in the comments section and tell us how that's supposed to be pronounced, that wouldn't hurt. That pitch is high for ball one, 1-1 now. And by all means, don't just comment about how to pronounce the name of this high school. Feel free to let us know where you're watching from, who you're watching with. That's fouled back just over the net. Ball and 2 strikes. We have a few high school seniors on this Bay Area team. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt. Delamico throws down to first to complete the strikeout. That'll bring up Marcus Cornelio, second baseman for the Force. But going down their roster here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 high school players. Good for them for competing at this level. That one's hit quite high to left, but not deep. Easily playable for DeRocher. Makes the catch to end the inning. For the Force in the fifth, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Panners 3, Force nothing.
Leading out the bottom of the fifth, Dario Frisky.
Welcome back to Goldpanner Baseball. Dario Frisky leading off things for the Panners in the bottom of the fifth. First pitch is outside for ball one. Frisky stands in now 0-2 on the night. Popped to left his first time up and grounded to second in the third. 1-0 pitch is rolled. Is that going to get through? It is. Up the middle, a base hit. And Frisky has his first hit of the evening. I'll bring up Jake Sparks. Was 0 for 2, but reached on an error in the third. Stole second, stole third, and scored on a wild pitch. Which goes to show that if you aren't getting it done with your bat, you can still sometimes get it done with your feet and the other team's gloves. That which is outside for ball one. Frisky breaks for second, and a good throw would have got him, but that throw is high and out off the mark, so he's got the stolen base easily. As Sparks takes that pitch for, that's a swing, that's a strike one. So Frisky on second now for Sparks. Pitch is high for ball two. Six stolen bases in the game now for the Panners. The 2-1 to Sparks is lined into center, but easily playable by Savage. Frisky's going to move up to third on a tag. That'll bring up Caleb DeRocher.
At the plate, Caleb DeRocher.
With one out and a runner on third now. 70 pitches so far for Daniel Morrison. First pitch to DeRocher is outside and low, ball one. Every time I say DeRocher's name, I want to call him Leo DeRocher. Manager of the Brooklyn, I think, Dodgers still. Hall of Fame manager. The 1-0 pitch is chopped foul over the left side. Frisky being pretty aggressive with his lead off a third. The 1-1 up, and DeRocher's going to step out as an errant ball behind the plate. The right field bullpen is not exactly self-contained. Morrison's 1-1 to DeRocher. Inside and low, ball two. The visitors' bullpen here at Growden. As here comes the 2-1, and that's chopped foul. The visitors' bullpen here used to be behind the right field wall, out of play, where that last little bit of dugout is. But when a couple pieces of the main grandstand were removed to make up for the lost capacity, some additional temporary seats were added in right field, necessitating movement of the bullpen. That pitch is skied into center. Will it be deep enough? They're going to try. It's going to be close. Safe is the call. And Frisky scores on the sac fly. $4-0 Goldpanners now. That'll bring up Noah Brooks, the DH, as DeRocher is retired. Brooks is 0 for 1 in the game, struck out in the first and walked in the third. Takes that one inside for a ball. One oh pitch is chopped foul down the left field line, or left field side. Well foul. Under another set of temporary bleachers. The 1-1 pitch from Morrison, swing and a miss, strike 2. Inasmuch as any relatively small nonprofit can have a long-term plan, one of the long-term plan ideas here is that one's outside for ball 2, is to remove these temporary bleachers and install some more permanent, larger, more permanent seating. Most of the time, as you can see, they're not needed. That one's fouled over the screen to the right side. But a few times a year, in particular at the Midnight Sun game, any additional seat that can be added here at Growden will be sold. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here for Noah Brooks. That pitch is fouled in off his hands, rolled over to short, and the throw is in time to get him. Nice play by Proctor. He's made a couple of those. We go to the 6th. 1 run and 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. 4-0 Panners.
Run, don't do it. There's no app for that.
Panner fans, get loud for these kids.
Let's get all the kids up there. Wait for all the kids to get up there. All right. I'll give you the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go! We got a collision there off the first base side. Down goes Frazier. You gotta cheer him on, no. You gotta cheer these people on. We got some road runners here. That's rogue, R-O-U-G-E. U-E. Public school educator, I can't spell. We got a last group here. You gotta cheer him on, everyone. Looks like we got just 2 more. Get on your feet. Make some noise for these last 2.
This is Harry Canary of the Superstars. Get ready, because we're bringing our hilarious show to town. Plan to be here for the biggest event of the season to see everyone's favorite entertainment act, the Superstars, featuring Monkey Mantle, Nolan Rhino, Ken Giraffe Jr., Roger Clemens, and many more. It'll be a fun family night you won't want to miss. We can't wait to see you at the ballpark. It'll be the best night of the year.
Welcome back to Growden Park. As we get set for the top of the 6th inning here. The Panners up 4-0 on the Bay Area Force.
Get here early and have some
the front here at the ballpark.
We just had some kids running the base paths, including some above average sized children. New pitcher into the game for the Panners is Micah Boo, a large young man, 6'5", 225, from St. Mary's College, Fremont, California.
Micah Boo.
So Boo comes in to face Stone Savage.
Sitting up at number 6, Stone Savage.
5 innings pitched for Tucker on about 75 pitches. There was some technical difficulties with the pitch counter during one of the innings. Boo's first pitch of the ball game is high and outside for ball 1. Tucker's line is pretty clear. One hit, no runs. A couple of walks and a nice number of strikeouts. That one's fouled over to left. Well, I guess it's only 4 strikeouts, I apologize. Pitch from Boo is low, ball 2. Force also have activity out in the pen, so we'll probably have new pitchers for both teams in the 6th. That one's rolled up the middle for a base hit. Rounding first, but stopping is Savage, as there's no chance to advance. I'll bring up Tristan Wells, Force right fielder. Just the second hit of the game for the Bay Area. Yep, only 2. First pitch is fouled back to the net. The 0-1 is hit well to right, and coming in is is Ryan Ruck, and he makes a diving catch. That had big trouble written all over it if Ruck didn't get there, but he did. That'll bring up Evan Erglovich. Defense chant on the scoreboard in recognition of Ruck's terrific play. Savage breaks for second, and he'll be there without a throw, as that pitch was low for ball 1. Delamico just wouldn't have had a chance to get a clean throw off, and even if he had, that was a good jump by Savage. The 1-0 to Erglovich. Catches the bottom of the plate for a strike. 1-1 now the count. Chris Carlson, cameraman and producer here this evening, has another task to attend to, so we're on a fixed camera angle at the moment, as that one's high for ball 2. I have a feeling we'll see him again before too much longer. This is a very important task, which we'll, I'm sure, tell you about. Savage is really jumping around out at second. No surprises what he wants to do. Erglovich swings through that one. As a professor of mine once said, I'll give you 2 guesses and the first doesn't count. Never really understood the meaning of that phrase. Like, if it's supposed to be obvious, why do I need 2 guesses? 2-2 is outside and low, ball 3. Full count now on Erglovich. He had a few other choice phrases, did he? The full count pitch is high and inside. It'll get all the way to the backstop, and that'll bring Savage over to third on the passed ball. That'll bring up Ryan Okino for the force. Okino is 0 for 1 on the game. He grounded out to third in the second inning. Reached on a hit batsman in the fourth, and then was the easiest caught stealing pretty much of all time. He broke well before Tucker had even started his rotation. So he was easily caught. That one's outside for ball one. Good Lord willin' and the creek don't rise was another one of his phrases. I feel like if the first, then probably also the second, you'd think, but that one's inside and low for ball two on Okino. And you got it straight up, no fooling. Every class, we'd probably get a couple of each of these. And there were a few others that I don't remember. That one's rolled right to first. Sparks has him, and the double play completed by Bedford for a 1-6 double play. And we've got some drama happening here, but looks like cooler heads will prevail. So we're going to go to the bottom of the sixth. Score 4-0 Goldpanners. Be back with you soon.
Community organizations and events across the great state of Alaska.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Growden Park. Get started for the bottom of the sixth with James Delarico leading off for the Goldpanners. For the Panners so far, 4 runs, 3 hits, and 2 force errors. First pitch to him from Morrison, who's staying in the game, is swung on and missed and ricochets off the catcher. Ouch. Morrison's up to, I would estimate, about 85 pitches at this point. There is activity in the Force bullpen. So this will be his last frame. That one's fouled over to left. But he's been pitching well, the score notwithstanding. 0 runs on 2 hits and no Panner errors for the Force. They just haven't been able to get much going, but Morrison's only allowed the 3 hits, that is. The 0-2 pitch is in the dirt, and then that bounces over Delarico's head. Ball 1 as the chicken dance plays. As I said in the last frame, our cameraman and producer here in the booth has had to go do another job real quick, so we're running on the fixed Campbell as Delamico swings and misses at that one in the dirt for strike 3. His second strikeout of the game. That'll bring up Ryan Ruck, who made that terrific diving catch in the last frame. Make some ruckus, Raleigh says. Ryan the Ruckus. Ruck sticks in 0 for 2 tonight. Flied out to center fairly deeply in the second and struck out in the fourth. Takes that pitch for a strike. That one is inside, almost hit him, but not quite. 1-1 now. It's great when a ball player's name lends themselves to something about their style of play, like Ruck with his ruckus, or Stone Savage, the Forces center fielder. That one is lined through the gap on the right side, and it'll be an easy single for Ruck. Oh, and the right fielder drops the ball, and Ruck's going to move all the way to second. Heads up base running. Take advantage of the E9 there. That'll bring up Troy Morrow, the Panners center fielder. Stands in now with a runner on second. Morrow grounded into a force out in the second. Was walked and subsequently stole second in the fourth, but was left stranded there. Stands in here now with a runner in scoring position. That pitch is way outside, barely held on to by Aquino. Morrison is definitely showing some signs of fatigue, as Bob Uecker would say. Sorry, Harry Doyle, Bob Uecker's character in the Major League movies. Morrison's 1-0. Keeps looking at Ruck at second. Is fouled out of play to the left side. That foul ball sponsored by Speedy Glass, which is what you'd expect for ones that make the parking lot. The 1-1 to Morrow. Morrison steps off. Steps back on for the 1-1. Ruck breaks for third, but he'll have to go back as that one's again fouled into the parking lot. 1-2 now the count. Ruck would have had the bag stolen quite easily had that not been a foul. The 1-2. It's inside and low, 2-2. Morrison's 2-2 pitch to Morrow is skied to left, and it'll be caught by Gabani. So Ruck is forced to return to second. That'll bring up Edford. Bedford stands in now with 2 outs and a runner at second. Bedford's 0-2 in the game. Grounded out to the pitcher in the second and struck out in the fourth. See if he can break through here. Oh, and Ruck breaks for third and is easily caught. And the putout is going to go 1-4. So that'll do it for the Panners in the sixth. We go to the top of the seventh now. The score still 4-0 Goldpanners. Back with you soon. Welcome back to Growden Park. Setting up for the top of the seventh inning. Now the score still 4-0 Goldpanners. Dustin Seckler standing in the DH tonight for the Bay Area. Takes the first pitch from Mike Abu and fouls it out of the play to the right side. Apparently, one of the foul balls in the previous inning, I believe the one sponsored by Speedy Glass, fittingly enough, swing and a miss at that one, 0-2. Struck a car in the parking lot to left field. Careful where you park here, folks. The 0-2 pitch is sent over to right. If it's going to land, that'd be big trouble, but Ruck's easily able to cover that ground. Record the putout. That'll bring up, we got a pinch hitter situation here. 22 is Jackson Sims, pinch hitting for Gabani. So, Jackson Sims takes a pitch inside for ball one. What do we know about him? A freshman outfielder from Palo Alto High School. I'm assuming he's going to be a college freshman, not a high school freshman. Fouled one back to the screen. It does say freshman, but I refuse to believe that that's a 14-year-old. 1-1 to Sims. It's outside ball two. So Gabani's line is 0 for 1 with a walk, strikeout, and a stolen base. Activity continues in the Force bullpen as that one is chopped up the middle. The second, easily fielded there by Bonham, and the throw to first is plenty of time to get the Force out. That should... Oliver is at second now. That'll bring up another pinch hitter. This will be number 19, Nathan Fritzler, I'm going to guess.
Now batting for the Bay Area Force, number 19, Nathan Fritzler.
swing and a miss for the first pitch for a strike. We have a substitution for the Panners, too, as Braden Oliver is taken over for Bonham at second. And he'll field this one easily as well and throw over to first for a quick 4-3. Very quick inning for Micah Boo. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go now to the 7th inning stretch. I'm going to stay with you here because you have to excuse my atrocious camera work here. This is not my day job, nor is it my hobby.
The 7th inning stretch brought to you by Olympia Chevrolet of Fairbanks.
Well, welcome back to Fairbanks again. It was a brief intermission there. And leading off the bottom of the 7th is J.R. Bedford, who was at bat when the previous inning ended. A new pitcher into the game for San Francisco is 36. Tell you more about him in a second. That pitch is called strike on the corner. Is this Erglovich? Well, we'll have to let you know who this is. It's 36 or 38. Brandon Magnus. Yeah, Brandon Magnus, 38. So close the book on Morrison, who pitched better than the score shows. 2-2 pitch from Magnus is skied foul out of play to the right. Strange we didn't see Chris Carlson during that inning break. I assume he was probably helping Happy Boy get situated there. That one's fouled back to the screen. The 2-2 pitch to Bedford is roped into shallow right field for a Texas League hit. Bedford will easily reach, and he'll take it. That'll bring Braden Oliver. So we're doing like for like with the substitutions. Oliver did take over for Bonham in the top half of the frame. Oliver standing in his first hit of the at bat of the game. Bedford immediately takes off for second, has the base stolen easily. Uh, 0-1, strike. Oliver now with a runner on second. 0-1 pitch is a curveball that doesn't break for ball one. Oliver hasn't played a ton this season. 267 average. That's another curveball that doesn't break, 2-1. 267 average in 7 games. He's got 4 hits and 15 at-bats, including a home run. And a couple stolen bases. Hoping to get a chance he can show off a little bit before the season ends. Oh! Oh! That got him in the upper arm, just below the shoulder. He'll take the hit batsman. He's probably not happy about it. I'll bring up Dario Freschi. 1 for 3 on the game and with a run scored. He singled in the 5th, stole 2nd, reached 3rd on Sparks' flyout, and then scored on DeRocher's. Oh, hey, Chris, there you are. Yeah, we were just was just talking to the folks at home as that pitch is outside for a ball. Well, we didn't see Chris Carlson during that last half inning.
Bathroom break.
Yeah, he was busy helping out Happy Boy, we assume.
Wonderful pull park.
Oh, my gosh, they had him picked off and they didn't take it. Oh, my goodness, that pitch misses low. The finest pulled pork that the chefs at Growden Park can make. Magnus' 2-0 pitch. And Bedford, oh, that one gets away. They turned to get him. Bedford's going to almost, well, he's running through the stop sign, and he'll come home easily to score. And Oliver will move to second on the confusion. In the confusion. 4th error of the game charged to the Bay Area. That pitch is high. 3-0 now to Freschi. Oof. That one's high and inside, ball 4. Third base runner of the inning for the Panners. And that'll bring up Jake Sparks.
Jake Sparks.
Stands in 0 for 3 tonight. He did reach on an error in the 3rd, stole twice, and came around to score on the wild pitch. Stands in here with runners at 1st and 2nd. Nobody out. And again, high. Magnus' curveball is not breaking. Assuming that's a curveball, otherwise he's just lobbing in ephus pitches or something. But it sure looks like a curve, and it's just not curving. That one's outside, 2-0. And the force, sensing a disturbance in the force, have more activity in their. The 0-2 was swung on and fouled back off the very top of the net. Two and 1 now on Sparks. Runners at 1st and 2nd. That one breaks and gets in there for a strike. When Gero gets back, I need to talk to him about this stool. We've got to come up with something more comfortable for the broadcast booth here. That one's fouled back over the net.
Everybody
2-2 count on Sparks. Oliver at second and Fresky at first. That pitch is skied the shallow left. Long run for the third baseman, and he bails out, and that catches. Is that Easton Roth that caught in the back? Oh, man. Did you catch that?
Well, he didn't.
So Easton Roth, if you saw that, is sitting on the bench outside the dugout, ducked out of the way so he didn't have to make a play on that ball, and it caught him square in the back when he ducked out of the way. Tony Luca out of the dugout for the force here to have a conversation with the umpire. The umpires are going to come in and talk about something. The only possible thing I can think of is they're arguing that the batter interfered with the catcher somehow, or... But I don't know why you'd make that complaint on a foul ball. Or interference by the fielders on the dugout with the third baseman, maybe. Yeah, not batter's interference. It'd be the Goldpanner players sitting in the dugout. Perhaps he's saying they interfered with the third baseman, but yeah, umpires are not gonna call anything as the catcher does some juggling practice here. So Sparks back in, 2-2 from Magnus. A sophomore from Walla Walla Community College. Presumably in Walla Walla, Washington. 2-2 pitch. Sparks lofts that one into left. It's pretty deep. Hauled in by Gabani. Both runners had crossed second and have a long way to go to get back. That'll bring up Caleb DeRocher, left fielder. 1 for 1 tonight. He singled in the first, which drove in the first run of the game. Stands in here and it's going to Magnus and takes a called strike one. He was walked in the third and then eliminated on a caught stealing. And he hit a sac fly RBI in the fifth. That one is hit high to shallow left. Playable for Gabani, and he does. Noah Brooks up now. DH for the Panners. Still runners at first and second. Oliver was hit by the pitch and then stole second. Fresky was walked. And since then, Magnus has retired 2. And that one's inside for ball 1. Still no sign of those rumored statistics, but hopefully by tomorrow's game we will have those and Giro can present them to you. That one misses for ball 2. Magnus 2-2 is low, ball 3. .30 is right down the middle for a called strike. Brooks is 0 for 2 with a walk. The 3-1 fouled out of play to the right in that sort of utility storage area over there. Both runners move on the full count, and that one's fouled back, so we'll reset and start over. Try again. Full count pitch is high, ball 4. That'll load the bases for James Delamico. Delamico over 3 with 2 strikeouts, and he'll try his luck here against Magnus. Sorry, 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch in the second and eliminated on a force out. Struck out in the 5th and 6th. Oh, nearly got hit again. That one's inside for ball 1. The 1-0 catches the inside corner for a strike. One is hit well to deep left. If it's fair, it's got a chance. No, it's actually not that far, but it is foul. About 15 feet shy of the fence on that one in those temporary bleachers over there. I pulled a John Sterling there on you folks. Sorry about that. Or a Hawk Harrelson. Both legendary broadcasters who I believe are both in the Hall of Fame for their baseball broadcasting, but the 1-2 pitch, it catches the bottom of the plate for a called strike 3. Delamico has his 3rd of the game. We go to the top of the 8th. 5 runs, nothing. I'm losing my train of thought. 5-0 Banners. Welcome back to Growden Park. Eric Proctor leading off for the Force. Apologies again for my bit of discombobulation at the end of that last frame. But Proctor in here against Micah Boo. We've got a Panner substitution. Michael Ryan is taking over in left field. That pitch is fouled off for a strike. The 0-1 is second inning of work. Just misses for a ball, 1-1. Anyway, to finish my story and hopefully regain some dignity, John Sterling, a legendary broadcaster for the Yankees for I don't know how long, a long time, and Hawk Harrelson for the White Sox. Here's the 1-1, is outside, ball 2. Both had a habit of, that one's high, it's far, it's caught by the shortstop. And then Hawks was the back, and then it, caught by whatever. And that one's hit quite well, and it is off the bus stop onto 2nd Avenue. Blast of a home run by Proctor. Really the only member of the force who's been doing anything at the plate today. He's got 2 of their 3 hits, and now their only run. Got to feel good to get out of a spunk like that, or funk like that, and maybe spark your team somewhat. They'll bring up Marcus back to the top of the lineup. Second baseman again. He's 0 for 2. Did draw a walk in the first. Oh, and something wrong with his glasses. The 0-1. Okay. There's a called strike. So Michael Ryan is into the batting order. Oh, that's off of Boo's glove, but right to Bedford, who makes a slick one-handed play and easily gets the force or the out. That's why people love him here. That'll bring up Stone Savage for the force after that nifty play by Bedford. Yeah, that was a hard one. He shows bunt, takes it back. Raleigh, if there was ever a chance for the ESPN jingle. One 1-0 now to Savage. Shows bunt again and takes it back. I'm going to say he went that time. Savage is 1 for 3. Is their 3rd hit of the game for the force, other than Proctor. Singled in the 6th. Stole 2nd. Reached 3rd on a passed ball. Swings and misses at that one. And that's as far as any base runners have gotten for the force up until moments ago with that home run by Proctor. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Got him. 2 down now for Tristan Wells.
Coming complete, Tristan Wells.
First pitch from Boo to Wells is just high for ball 1. Wells is 0-2. He was hit by a pitch in the 3rd, but remained stuck at first. And then hit into a fielder's choice in the 1st and flew out to right in the 6th. That one's outside, ball 2. The 2-0 pitch from Boo. It just misses, ball 3. That catches the inside corner, strike one, 3-1 now. Not a terrific sign if you were hoping for dry weather, but that one's high, ball 4. So Wells will head down to first on a free pass. .36 is, Evan Erglovich. Also 0 for 2. F8 put out in the first and a 3 unassisted in the ball 1. But to be honest, anyone who's following the news has heard about the wildfires in Canada and Fairbanks. This one's lined up to, or rolled up to second. It'll be an easy 4-3 put out for Oliver. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Goldpanners 5, Force 1. Henry Cole back with you for the bottom of the 8th. Ryan Ruck leading off for the Goldpanners. A new pitcher into the game for the Force. Left-handed Nathan Cordoba, or as Raleigh introduced him thanks to his orange shirt, Nathan Kubota, after the tractors. That'll be close, but the first baseman Erglovich makes the play, 3 unassisted. 1 pitch, 1 out, which is exactly what a relief pitcher wants. That'll bring up Troy Morrow, Panner center fielder. Is 0 for 2 today with a walk. That one catches the top of the plate, strike 1. That one's skied into center, but it should be an easy play for Savage. Oh, no, and he whiffs on the catch. So more... Well, yeah, umpires are saying he caught it, just dropped it on the transfer, so. Still not a good look, but we'll bring up Bedford. He's 1 for 3 with a base hit, 2 steals, and scored on an error by the second baseman in the previous frame. Takes that pitch outside. Cordoba's, that's popped up to, well, shallow right. And it'll be a quick Quick 1-2-3 inning for the Panners in the 8th. Go to the road half of the 9th. Force 1, Panners 5. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Henry Cole here, welcoming you to the top of the 9th. Ryan Okino leading off for the Bay Area Force. Down 5-1. They're going to need three bloops and a blast to send it to the bottom half of the inning. That misses low for ball 1. That's high, ball 2. But we're going to his 4th inning of work here. In relief of Tucker. He'd be in line for the save, despite the score. This is the 3-inning save rule. There's a hilarious Major League game between Baltimore and Texas a few years ago. That one's outside. Ball 3. Texas, I believe, scored 30 runs. They won 30-3. And, you know, the save is supposed to be that one skied into center right now, and Ruck will make the catch easily. 1 down. Better finish this anecdote before the game ends. That'll bring up 23 pinch hitting for Skeckler. It'll be Marco Sechkin.
Now batting, number 23, Marco Sechkin.
Pardon me, folks. I had a fly in my throat there. So pinch hitter now, Marco Sechkin, is a senior at Bishop O'Dowd, listed as a catcher. Pinch hitting here for Seckler, whose 1-0 pitch is fouled back to the screen. So as I was saying, the save is supposed to be, I mean, it's the definitive stat for relief pitchers, right? And you know, you get a lot of saves. It means you're good at, you know, good fireman, good at coming into the game and closing down the opposing team. Batter calls timeout here. Closing down the enemy team. That's why they're called the closer, or fireman, stopper, things like that. So you got a lot of saves. Well, the relief pitcher in this Texas-Baltimore game got a save because he pitched 3 innings. Despite the fact that his team was up by 27 runs, he still earned the save. Catches the corner for strike 2. Boo's 1 and 2 is high, ball 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Zucchini is sat down. We'll bring up Sims.
Coming to the plate, Jackson Sims.
Jackson Sims. Sims pinch hit for Gabani in the 7th and took over and left. Stands in here against Boo for the second time and ropes one up the middle over Boo's head for a single. Not quite done yet. That'll bring up Fritzler, who also pinch hit for Rodriguez in the 7th and has been playing third base for the Bay Area. Perhaps optimistically, the Force have someone warming in their pen. That one's outside, ball 1. Although so do the Panners, so who's to say? PannerVision will return to its normal broadcast tomorrow with Giro Von Dien back at the helm and Bam Bam Burnley on the controls. And we will return to the radio on Saturday when Haley will be operating the board for us in the studio. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Till then, it's been my pleasure announcing for you. I beg your forbearance with some of my gaffes and miscues, but it's been a while since I've been behind a microphone. The 2-1 pitch just misses high, ball 3. We've got a defense chant going. Here courtside at Growden Garden. That one's rolled up to Bedford in the middle, who will take it to the bag himself. And that will do it for the ball game tonight, folks. The final score, Goldpanners 5, Barrier Force 1. For the Force, 1 run, 4 hits. They made 4 errors. For the Panners, 5 runs on 5 hits and the 4 Force errors. Tonight's winning pitcher is Carter Tucker. Pitched 5 strong, allowing just 1 hit and 4 strikeouts. And Michael Boo gets the 4-inning save. We'll be back with, well, no, I guess we won't be back. We want you tuned in back tomorrow night, whether you're on the radio. We won't be, but if you are on the radio, check out PannerVision, youtube.com/Goldpanners. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for following along with us, as always. Please do continue following the remaining few games. The final game of the season is this weekend. This is our final season. But the team will go down to the NBC tournament in Wichita, and Giro will be traveling with the team, and we hope you follow us on that trip on PannerVision as well. So stay tuned until Giro's back with you tomorrow. This has been Henry Cole. Thank you for tuning in on PannerVision, where you can turn on, tune in, and pan out. Good night, everyone.